Albon's F1 future just took a stunning turn, and it all comes after a shocking statement from Red Bull. For a team that's ruled Formula One in recent years, cracks are suddenly showing. The RB21 is underperforming, points are slipping away, and the second seat, once a strength, is now a glaring problem. Now, whispers in the paddock suggest Alex Albon could be the answer, or the next high-profile victim of Red Bull's ruthless driver decisions. Will he risk leaving Williams to rejoin the team that once dropped him? This twist could change the 2026 grid entirely, and you'll want to hear why. The issue has reached a point where the Thai-based ownership is actively considering a shakeup. And in this swirl of uncertainty, one name has emerged as a potential solution: Alex Albon. Once a member of the Red Bull family, Albon's career has taken him on a remarkable journey, one that now sees him as a respected leader at Williams. But with rumors intensifying about his possible return, the question becomes, would he even want to go back? For years, Red Bull Racing has been the envy of the grid. With Max Verstappen leading the charge, they've produced cars capable of dominating entire seasons. The technical team, famous for their quick problem-solving and innovative designs, seemed untouchable. Yet in 2025, the narrative has shifted. The RB21 has struggled with pace, and upgrades have failed to close the gap to rivals. Even more concerning are whispers about the upcoming 2026 regulations, changes that could tilt the balance of power away from Red Bull. Their much talked about powertrain project, which was meant to secure their future, is now being questioned as a potential weakness. Performance issues are one thing, but the driver lineup is another pressing concern. Yuki Tsunoda, who stepped up to partner Verstappen, has found himself under scrutiny. 12 races into the season, and he scored only 7 points. To put that into perspective, Isaac Hadjar has collected 22 points, and Liam Lawson has 20. Such comparisons make it clear why patience inside the team is wearing thin. At the center of the potential shakeup is Chalem Uvidya, the billionaire businessman who owns 49% of Red Bull's Formula One operation. Uvidya's connection to Alex Albon is both professional and personal. They share a country of origin, and Uvidya has been a supporter of Albon's career since his early days in the Red Bull Junior team. Reports suggest that Uvidya would love to see Albon return to the Red Bull family, not just for sentimental reasons, but because Albon is now a far more complete driver than the one who left in 2020. Albon's history with Red Bull is well known. In 2019, after just 13 races with Toro Rosso, he was promoted to the main team to replace Pierre Gasly. The jump was massive, and while Albon showed flashes of brilliance, he struggled to match Verstappen's pace and failed to secure consistent podium finishes. By the end of 2020, Red Bull made the call to replace him with Sergio Perez, who at the time seemed like the perfect fit. Perez delivered memorable performances, including defensive masterclasses in Turkey and Abu Dhabi. But as the seasons passed, his form became inconsistent, and Albon, away from the spotlight, began to rebuild himself. Today, Alex Albon is at the heart of Williams' resurgence. The Grove-based team has transformed from a backmarker, struggling to score a single point in a season, to a genuine midfield contender. In 2025, Albon has played a pivotal role in taking Williams to P5 in the Constructors' Championship. His consistent performances, leadership, and technical feedback have made him the cornerstone of the team's ambitious plans for the 2026 regulations. Those plans include a significant boost in performance thanks to the adoption of Mercedes power units, which many believe could give Williams a real shot at regular podiums. With Carlos Sainz joining Albon for 2026, their driver pairing is already being hailed as one of the strongest on paper for the new era. Given this, walking away from Williams would be no small decision for Albon. Returning to Red Bull would mean re-entering a high-pressure environment, one that dropped him at the end of 2020, leaving him without a seat in 2021. Trust would be a major factor. While the leadership dynamics have shifted since then, and the internal politics that once shielded Christian Horner are no longer the same, Albon would still need to be convinced that Red Bull's future is brighter than its present. From Red Bull's perspective, the reasoning is straightforward. They need a second driver who can maximize every lap, gather vital data, and take points away from their rivals when Verstappen cannot. Albon has the experience, the adaptability, and the temperament to do just that. However, the decision for him is far more complicated. The wildcard in all of this is 2026. The sweeping regulation changes mean that no team truly knows how their car will perform. While Mercedes and Ferrari are tipped to have an edge due to their engine programs, Williams could be poised to take advantage of their partnership with Mercedes. Red Bull, on the other hand, will be venturing into relatively untested waters with their own powertrain. If the rumors of deficiencies are accurate, they could find themselves battling in the midfield instead of at the front. Such a scenario could also lead Verstappen to reconsider his own future with the team. One advantage Red Bull has in the Albon discussion is the relationship between Max Verstappen and Alex Albon. During their time as teammates, there was mutual respect. Verstappen was the clear number one, but there was no animosity or toxic rivalry between them. That dynamic could prove valuable if Red Bull wants to stabilize their lineup and maintain harmony in the garage. Still, leaving Williams right now would be a gamble for Albon. At Williams, he's not just another driver. He's the central figure in their revival. The team's strategy, car development, and long-term vision have all been built around him. Abandoning that for a Red Bull team in transition could jeopardize the momentum he's worked so hard to build. Meanwhile, the pressure on Yuki Tsunoda continues to mount. Spending 5 years in the junior team before being promoted to the main squad is already unusual by Red Bull standards. Tsunoda himself claimed the RB21 wasn't difficult to drive, yet his results tell a different story. With just 7 points in 12 races, his performance has fallen short of expectations for a second driver in a top team. Former Racing Bulls team principal Laurent Mekies has publicly defended Tsunoda, saying the priority is to give him the support and tools he needs to succeed. Mekies pointed to positive signs at circuits like Spa, while acknowledging that weekends like Hungary were more challenging to evaluate. Despite this defense, the reality is that Red Bull's patience has limits. If the second seat continues to underperform, the consequences could be severe, especially if the team's performance dips in 2026. In the event of a change, Isaac Hadjar appears to be the top internal candidate, with Liam Lawson also in the mix. Oliver Behrman has been tipped to gain experience at Racing Bulls as preparation for a potential future promotion. Yet the most headline-grabbing move would undoubtedly be the return of Alex Albon, a move that could reshape not only Red Bull's future, but the competitive balance of the grid. The stakes are high. If the RB21 struggles carry over into 2026 and the new powertrain fails to meet expectations, Red Bull could slip from championship contention to the midfield. In that scenario, every point matters, and having a strong second driver becomes even more critical. Albon, with his current form and experience, would be a clear upgrade over Tsunoda. However, for Albon, the decision hinges on more than just performance metrics. It's about trust, career trajectory, and the vision each team offers for the next chapter of his career. Williams offers stability, a competitive-looking future, and a leadership role he's earned through hard work. Red Bull offers the allure of returning to a top seat, the chance to fight for wins immediately, but also the risk of history repeating itself. As Formula One heads toward a major turning point in 2026, the moves made in the coming months will shape the competitive order for years to come. Whether Alex Albon decides to stay at Williams or make a sensational return to Red Bull, one thing is certain: the battle for the second seat in the Austrian team is about much more than just filling a vacancy. It's about defining the team's future in a rapidly changing sport. So, what do you think? Should Alex Albon make the leap back to Red Bull Racing or stay the course with Williams? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more F1 deep dives. The 2026 season is coming fast, and this is one battle you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching.